Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time segment you are watching this video. So in this video, we are going to see in-depth deep dive of cash flow statement. Yes, CFS, not consolidated financial statement. We are going to see cash flow statement, which is part of course, consolidated financial statement. And we are going to review the cash flow statement as per Ind AS. Okay, Ind AS. So there are of course applicable reporting framework for companies. I'm not going to explain what is AS, what is Ind AS, those things I'm not going to do in this video. We're just going to see how the cash flow statements must be analyzed in for the companies which are in stock market, okay, to have a better view whether to select the stock, reject the stock, whether to buy, hold. So for those decisions, we're going to use cash flow statement as one of the tool. So we are going to see how to use it. Now, first of all, whenever you are going to see a cash flow statement, you should be sure on three things. First thing, what is the periodicity, whether it's for quarterly or half-yearly or annual, right? Because companies will come out with financials for each quarter, half-yearly as well as annually. So the most absolute or most precise or predominantly which we could use is annual financial statement. The annual cash flow statement should be used for analysis. It can also, and second thing, for the past period or future period. Sometimes they would have given CY21, CY22E. We are in 2021 year. For this is the current year 21. That means we are in 2021 cash flow statement. If it is saying CY22E, that means current year 22 expected. Okay, so be sure that because if it is expected, it's not the actual numbers, it's the expected predicted numbers. Okay, then third thing, make sure whether you are seeing a standalone cash flow statement or a consolidated cash flow statement. What is that? For example, if you take Tata as a company, it has Tata Motors, Tata Chemicals, and etc. etc. Okay, there are many companies which are subsidiaries of Tata Group. So you should make sure whether you are seeing a group consolidated cash flow statement or you are seeing a standalone cash flow statement. Sir, how to see, how to get the consolidated and standalone statements? Very simple. Go to the official website. Go to the official website. Say you are going to see Tata Motors cash flow statement. Go to that. Select annual report 2021 or any particular year, and then select for standalone annual report. In standalone annual report, all the informations like balance sheet, P&L, statement and changes in equity, this is not important. Cash flow statement, everything, notes to accounts, whatever, will be in standalone manner only. It will be, what is standalone? Nothing but which is particularly for Tata Motors. Group is not considered. Whatever Tata Motor has done will be reported in standalone statements. Fine. Now, अच्छा, आपको ये समझ हो गया ना? So now we are going to see an actual cash flow statement of Tata Motors for the year 2019 to 2020. This is from annual report of 19 to 20. So something integrated they have written. No worries. Don't bother that much. Okay. It's this standalone cash flow statement of Tata Motors. Right. So what is the aspect of cash flow statement? Let's see. Cash flow statement is broken down towards three elements. One is cash from operating items, cash from investing items is also called as activities, lastly cash from financial activities. Okay, items, I means items, A means activity. So operation, investment and finance, these are the three main words which is going to be uh, broken down. Okay, so first we will see the operating item for Tata Motors. See, whenever you say operating item, you can see a line called profit and loss for the year. What does profit or loss should do with cash? See guys, what is the operation of Tata Motors? They will manufacture commercial vehicles, other vehicles, okay, motors, right? They'll manufacture the equipments. They are the original equipment manufacturer, OEM. So what they do, they will sell it. Manufacture rakhega? No, they'll sell it, right? They'll sell it for margin. They sell at margin. this margin is nothing but profit. This margin can also not be there. Sometimes it vanishes because in auto segment you don't know whether code will hit. That's loss, right? So your operation is nothing but your main activity, main business, what you're doing, and from which you earn your money, right? So this is profit and loss. But the main problem here is sometimes what happens, you'll sell it credit as well as for cash. You'll sell for credit as well as for cash. Are we concerned of credit? No, because we are analyzing cash flow statement, right? We want what is the cash profit or loss. कुछ तो लॉस हो गया और कुछ तो प्रॉफिट हो गया, प्रॉफिट मिला है, वो कैश में कितना मिला है, क्रेडिट में ही मिला है प्रॉफिट. योर द ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग item is 100, you sold it for 150 on credit. 50 is the credit profit. There is also one more sale, 100, 150, and this is for cash. So 50 is cash profit. Total profit is 100, and this is what is given here. See the number 728963 2020.60 is nothing but cash as well as credit, both. Profit is there, right? So now we should take what, now we should do what, if we have the total profit, we subtract the credit profit. Okay, if we subtract the credit profit, we'll get the cash profit. You understand what I told? ये credit sales है, ये cash sales है. Total sales 200, sorry, total cost of producing is 200, total sales is 300, total cost, total sales, this is total profit. Total profit is 100. So from total profit, if I eliminate the credit profit, balancing figure is nothing but what? Cash profit. So I'm analyzing what is the cash from operations. So for that, I inquire what is the cash inflow for the company. So I'll take the profits for the year. So what has happened? 2019 में 2020 crores you have got profit. In 2020 year end 31st March you got what, loss of 7,000 crores. Significant difference. Of course, motor segment didn't perform well in that particular year. So we have invested in Tata Motors. What will happen? I'm not predicting anything. This is not video for predictions or anything. This is just a video which will tell you how to analyze cash flow statement. Right, we'll proceed further. So we are adjusting for certain items which are non-cash items. Now only I told you, whatever item which is credit sales is profit from credit sales is a non-cash item. Other than that, there are a lot of non-cash items which will be eliminated. Let's see what are those. The first thing is depreciation and amortization expenses. What is that? You buy a plant for manufacturing a car for 100 rupees in 2015. This can be depreciated at 10% every year. Okay, so first year 10 rupees will go, it will become 90 in 2016. Then again 10 rupees will go, 10 rupees. Okay, if it is SLM, there are different methods of depreciating. If it is SLM, you can just straight away put 10 10 10 reduction every year. But if it is WDV, it should be based on the closing balance. So here only 9 rupees will go, it will become 81. Again 8.1, 10% of closing balance. Closing balance is 100. 10% of 100, 10. 10% of 99, 10% of 81, 8.1. That's how it works, right? This is the depreciation. So first thing, they will reduce the depreciation, whatever for the particular period. Okay, based on, this is based on Companies Act. Okay, don't confuse with income tax. Okay, planned depreciation as per Companies Act. Companies Act 2013. Not as per income tax. Difference. There are difference, which is of course materialistic for the company, but of course we should follow Companies Act for the same. Now, allowances for trade and other receivables. These are the allowances which is yet to be paid. So that's why they haven't. See, other receivables. See what? Receivables. They should receive it. So allowances for trade as well as other receivables is subtracted. Right? Then, sorry, it's added back because of loss. Now, inventory written down net. What is inventory written down? See, what happens sometimes, your stock will be overvalued. Okay? Say your stock is just rupees 100, but you're overvaluing it to 150. Because in Ind AS, what you could do is, in Ind AS, inventories can be valued at cost as well as NRV. You have valued, say anything. Say you've taken as cost, because this year you purchase, you've taken as cost 100, but NRV is just 80. Okay? What is NRV? Nothing but net realizable value. Your selling price in market minus selling expenses. Let's say at market you can sell at 90 and selling expenses 10, so 80 is NRV. So if it is that the case, then you can report only at 80, whichever is less, not whichever is higher. Inventory can be reported only at lower of cost or NRV. So why? Because the Ind AS says so, and the matter behind this is nothing but prudent. Being prudent is what? Being nothing but conservatism. You can't show more profits. You can show more losses. No worries. No worries. Right? So now what has happened? They have written down. Written down, sir, what is the net written down? Nothing but see what has happened. From 100 you should bring it down, right? You have reported at 100 2015 में आप report कर दिया 100 में, but in 2016 the actual showable amount is 80, so you should write down by 20. You should write down by 20 net. That's what they have done here. Some 84.5 rupees is there. Then provisions for loan given to investment in subsidiary company or joint venture. So this is very complicated item, okay, and this itself is a separate thing. The separate index is there, okay, which is nothing but you cannot include your subsidiary joint ventures investments in your consolidated statement of standalone. भैया जी ये standalone का statement है, you cannot include your subsidiary companies. You have given some loan to subsidiary companies, that will form part of consolidated, sorry, that will form part of consolidated statements. That will form part of consolidated statements, right? Then exceptional item others, they haven't given anything. If there is any item they would have given here. Okay, for the last year they had some item, and if there's an exceptional item then they'll give it. This year they don't have any item. Then provisions for impairment of passenger vehicle business. Yes, see, impairment, this is nothing but impairment losses, sir. What is that impairment? What are you saying? See, there is a bus, okay. सर योर ड्राइंग इज़ वेरी पुअर, अच्छा नहीं है, ये मेरी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तुम देख रहे हो ये वीडियो का, सो तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम है, ओके. So what has happened? If the tire get punctures, what you can do? You could replace the tires, right? If the motor itself vanishes, what you could do? Nothing you can do. You should change the bus itself, because changing the motor or replacing the motor will be giving you a further more loss. So you will buy a new bus, correct? That's called impairment. Any losses which is irrecoverable, we call it as impairment, right? So now what has happened is some passenger vehicles were there which has got impaired. So whatever is the value of that loss, they are taking it down here. Okay, nothing new. It's not nothing. This is industry jargons. Don't be scared of it. Provisions for impairment of passenger vehicles, they have done 1418. Now, next thing, provisions for onerous contracts. So we'll keep this aside for the time being. You'll see it later in the separate video. So now you should be very careful on what you're dealing with, because this is provision. That means in future, if there is an impairment of passenger vehicle, they'll take this provision and use it. Okay, right. Then share-based payments is also a separate item. I don't want to discuss this in detail because these are so many things to do with the cash flow statement. Then market to margin loss on investment of fair value through profit and loss. I'll zoom it further because some people may not see it. So market to market loss. What is it? Mark to market loss. Nothing but whatever we do in business, it must be reported in fair value. That's what Ind AS 113 says. So if you're reflecting all the items in your balance sheet, cash flow, everywhere in fair value, what happens? Your historical costs will not match with fair value. So you may face some losses or gains too, right? So say I'm buying a speaker for 100. After 5 days of usage, the market value has got to 80. Now in the particular reporting period, I should report it at 80 only. So 20 is my loss. So that's nothing but mark to mark, okay? Market loss. Then write off of provision of impairment of capital work in progress and intangibles under development. Okay, see, capital work in progress means, say there is a plant, factory or whatever which is under construction. Capital work in progress means any asset which is under construction, and capital work in progress always means that work in progress item is a tangible one, it is not intangible, right? Only if it is a tangible item like factory, plant and all, it's called as impairment of or capital work in progress. So if there is a, see, when you are constructing itself, what has happened is it has lost its value. It has lost its value. So now it's called as impairment of, we already know what is impairment, irrecoverable losses. So if there is a capital work in progress which has lost its value, it's called impairment of capital work in progress. Next item, loss on sale of asset, including assets scrapped and written off. Very simple, nothing but you had an asset of 100, you could sell it at 80, so you got a loss of 20, are reporting it here. Next, profit on sale of investment in a subsidiary company, you cannot show it here because it is a consolidated, it's not a consolidated, it's a standalone. Then profit on sale of investments at FVTPL. Sir, what is FVTPL? So I will keep this aside because explaining this will take much time, and that is not at all necessary for you to understand, because in the current year that's nothing, right? Okay. Then gain on fair value of below market interest loans. See what has happened, you are giving loans at 10%, market is giving at 9%. Okay, in future you will face loss. But currently, as you have already given a loan, and you'll get 10% every year, 1% is your gain. You'll report it here. That's all. Okay. So nothing much to do with this. Tax expenses net. Sir, they have taken tax expenses net. This is a separate item because to explain what is tax expenses, it will take much of time. Okay. That's why I'm not explaining tax expenses as of now. Right. So this is over. 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 Then finance cost, nothing but the cost of financing your operations. Okay. Cost of financing your operations. Then interest income, of course, whatever interest income you have earned. Then dividend income, whatever dividend income you have earned. I don't want to explain these things because you are already aware of what is dividend and what is interest. I assume it. Then foreign exchange loss, nothing but say you bought car from foreign country $60. Sir, for $60 a car is viable. Not possible. Just take an example. And when you are paying, it has become $66. $6 is a foreign exchange fluctuation loss. Okay, you'll report it. See, these are very peculiar item. I don't want to explain because this is simple. I explained. Some items are very complicated to explain. Then, so this is the operating activities as of now. Now then, before changes in the following assets and liabilities. Cash flow from operation before. See, this is cash flow from operation. They have taken profit and loss. They have adjusted. Now what they are doing before the change. Nothing but see, there is a working capital change. Because what will happen? Take a rubber. See what will happen in 1 year of time. Okay, to run your business, you need asset. Okay, you need asset, and sometimes you will sell the asset also. Sometimes you will buy, sometimes you will sell, and sometimes what happens, to buy an asset you don't have cash. So what do? You go for liability. You ask creditor, अरे दे दो यार, थोड़ा money दे दो यार, मेरे को asset purchase करना है. So you will buy a loan, or you will give a loan. Okay, buy means getting a loan, right? So for operational purposes, whatever you buy asset, that will affect working capital. यार तुम्हारे पास 100 rupees है. What you have done? You have bought 80 rupees का asset. Already there was an asset. You sold it for 60. So this is outflow. This is inflow. Use the opening balance of cash for working capital purpose. What has happened? 80 rupees has gone out because you bought. Then 60 rupees you have sold. Right? And you got a loan of 100. Loan. And you repaid. Already there was a loan. 80 rupees ka loan hai tha. वो paid. So net is the net working capital. Net working capital will be in cash because opening was in cash. So that's why we are including that in cash flow statement. And standalone is standalone working capital for Tata Motors only. Right. So trade receivables hai. Whatever is the trade receivable, nothing but debtors, they have paid. Okay. 1168. Then loans and advances 53. Other current assets and non-current assets. There is some see short-term liabilities, long-term liabilities. Inventories ka change, nothing but you have bought some inventories, you have sold some inventories, those things. Trade payables and acceptance, yes, whatever is the payable, you have paid. See, you have including, yeah, these are income portions. This is not income. These are income portions, and these are expense portions. See, not expenses, not expenses. I would say the asset. These are liabilities. Okay. So other current and non-current liability, you are paying it off. That's why it's loss. Other financial liabilities, you're again see other financial liabilities. It is plus because that is increasing. Sorry, that means it is you're not paying. You're getting that money. This is cash flow statement. This is cash flow statement. Wait a sec. This is a cash flow statement. So whatever is in positive number, what does it mean? That means you have earned, you have realized. You have so debtor has paid. Loans they have given. Loans because loans financial assets. So you have received back. Whatever loan you gave, you have received back. And other non-current assets, whatever the long-term debentures you sold. Inventories you have sold. Inventories was there. You sold it this year. Trade payables, acceptance, see you have given. You have given new loans. Then others, see again debentures you have bought. Then other financial liabilities you have paid. Sorry, you have got new money inside. Then last provisions, you are creating new provisions. That's why it's negative. You are taking from cash from bank. You are keeping it in separate fund for creating a provision. So these are the items. Fine. Then cash generated from or used in operations. Okay, whatever see for day-to-day business, working capital, nothing but for day-to-day business, whatever I'm working, that's the thing. Then income taxes paid, nothing but you're going to the portal, filing your ITR form, okay, and you're paying it off. Okay. Then after filing ITR, whatever is the net tax payable, you are paying it. Then so this is the net, nothing but the last amount from operation. This is the net. So as you can see, from 6,000 it has dropped significantly. Why? Because of course, see, predominantly your profit is lower, your cash flow is also lower. Something vice versa can happen, but if vice versa happens, that means you should be more vigilant. You should be more vigilant. Why? Because if there is no profit, profit is zero or profit is negative, your cash flow should not be positive. If that is the case, then you should be vigilant. Then you should scrutinize what is happening inside. The general item here, na? General, see, it's very general. If let's say for a particular, we'll take a very simple example of an individual. If there is no salary for him, but he has cash flow in his home, good cash flow in his home, how is that possible? Not even earning, how cash flow? So that is the case. So if that's the case, of course he would have sold some mutual funds that he had, or some assets he had, some gold he had, or some loan he would have got. So we should be vigilant in that. What has happened? That has, see, if you get a loan, let's say your profit for the current year is a loss 10,000, and you're getting a loan of 50,000. Who's that creditor who's willing to give a loan who's having a 10,000 loss? Arey yaar, if you don't earn at all, will bank will give you credit card? No. First criteria is to have some income. You can be self-employed, but you should have income. Correct. So those are the cases you should be more vigilant. You should be, because those companies are some fraud companies, shell companies we call them. You should be careful. You cannot invest in those companies. They'll run off. Right. Then payment for plant. This is very important, guys. For stock market people, if it is in negative, sir, it is in negative, sir. What does it mean? They have invested in it. They have bought new plant and property. So that is very good. Okay, from 2,790 to see, every year they are doing something. So they are investing in plant property equipment. That's good thing. Payment for other intangible assets, of course they got some rights, so they are paying it, no worries. Then proceeds from sale, yes, see, 155, 30, they have sold more, 130, 120 more. Then redemption from investments in mutual funds, they have invested in mutual funds, they are redeeming it. If these items are new, see these items, if 350, 400 and all, if that those numbers are in higher value, what will happen? The net cash flow will be higher. Net cash flow will be higher, so you should be careful. You should be very careful. Then investment in subsidiary companies you can't show here, that's why you are taking it out. Then loans from joint venture, then sale of investment in subsidiary, all subsidiary you cannot include here, that's why you are taking it out. Okay, so some items are minus, some items are in plus. What does it mean? Don't worry yourself, you'll not understand even if I say so, because these are very specific items. Okay, there's a separate standard for joint ventures and subsidiaries, so these aren't our focus. Okay. Now, deposit, restricted deposit with banks, whatever. So you have deposited more this year. Okay. Then realization of deposit, you have also realized much. Then interest received, dividend received. Sir, already we saw some interest and dividend. Again, they are showing interest and dividend. See, here also they showed some interest and dividend. Here also, now also they are showing interest and dividend. What's the difference? Here, whatever in the investing activity, whatever is the interest and dividend, this is predominantly from the share market for the company or the debt market from the company. Okay. See, they would have, the Tata Motors has invested in stock market, they got some dividend. They have invested in, say, Hindalco, in Dabur, Marico, such those companies, and they got ITC hai, or kuch tha hai, hai. So different companies to वो dividend मिल गया है. And debt market, they bought some debt funds from some company. So non-convertible debentures, whatever, NCDs, something they got. So that's how it works. Right. This is predominantly for investing, and in operation, for the purpose of operation. For the purpose of operation, they have invested. For the purpose of operation, they have invested and they got dividend. Say Tata Motors has invested in Tata, another company, or in a steel company for their operational purpose, and they're getting dividends. That's different, right? Because of course you can't say Tata investing in other Tata company and Tata investing in other companies are same. You cannot say that. You should know what is the purpose of investment. They will disclose it, don't worry. Before investing, they'll disclose what is the purpose, why you have done this, because you should justify it. Tata Motors is a public company. Public company means Tata Motors is having the cash of public, so public will ask questions, right? Public is answerable to. Why Tata Motors? They'll answer it. They'll say, ये investment नहीं कर दिया because I want to enhance my business, whatever, right? So we can easily identify whether it's investing activity or, see, investments can be for operation, can be for invest. They will clearly disclose. On the basis of disclosure, these are done by the reporting people, and of course, this is audited. Guys, these statements in annual reports are audited. Don't worry, this is audited by a chartered accountant. Okay, you will not miss out anything. You can see here. See, BSR Co. LLP, chartered accountant. They are having their membership number here. Their UDN unique. Okay, UDN is there. Then date is also there. Place is also there. Okay, see here, chairman B. Chandrasekharan, director Vedika. So those are the CEOs in Australia, managing director. Then PB Balaji Group CFO, place Mumbai. HK Setia Company Secretary, Setna, Mumbai. So this is Tata Motors. Okay, this is Tata Motors. And this is directors. See, they are DIN. That identification number. That identification number is there. They'll be filing DIR 3 with MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, sir. MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and they'll get this DIN allotted. If DIN is not there, they are not considered as directors. And FCS means fraternity. Okay, they are part of company secretaryship as fraternity. Okay, there are things like ACA, FCA, ACS, FCS. Nothing but ACA associate. Here you are fellow. That's the difference. And if you are 3 years, then is associate. Then 5 years is an experienced guy. 5 years plus experience he has as a company secretary. That's why he has given certificate of FCS. Right. Those are very technical things. You don't worry about much. Okay. The next thing is financial activities. Last activities, guys. Do not worry about financial activities at all, because whatever hedging strategies the company inside has will take a see proceeds from issue of shares, proceeds from long-term borrowings, repayment of long-term borrowings, option settlements, short-term loans, those loans, short-term borrowings, repayment of lease liabilities, dividends paid, interest paid, and see, these will be taken care by financial people. Whatever is a financial activity, it will be taken care by the financial team inside the Tata Motors. Okay, when to pay, and who will be in the financial team? Chart accountants, cost accountants. Okay, they'll got us CMA, chart, cost and management accountants, sometimes company secretary, sometimes CFAs. Okay, don't worry, the financial segment of all the companies will be very strong. That's why they are in stock market. Okay, if the financial team of a company is not good, then the company will not be good. Don't worry, Tata Motors financial team is very good. Okay, CFO will be directly taking care of those things. So do not. So whatever is the operation, you should be worried, and whatever is the investment, you should be worried, because investing activities will, of course, say whether you have done investment in other companies, whether you are paying dividends. You have received dividends from the investments. Have you deposited? You have got your deposits back. So those things are very important, crucial. So is the last number 2145 and 487. Now you'll be having questions. Sir, what is a non-cash transaction? 403, and some exchange differences are there. So what is this? See, I'll not be speaking about this thing at all. Why? Because it's a company law item, and to tell you about those things, I should be explaining about so certain sections in Companies Act. I'll not be doing that because that doesn't matter for a stock market person, right? So this is the last number that they are reporting to 145 and 487.40. So technically, the cash flow has increased. Cash flow has increased. Whether it's a good sign or bad sign, it can be both good as well as bad. But okay, fine. So as a stock market person, what you should do? You should go back. Okay, you should not consider investing also, financial also. You should be considering only the operational part. If the operational part for the current year is positive, then okay, it's good. But see what has happened. Net cash flow from operational activity, it's negative, so this is not good. So Tata Motors cash flow statement is bad. Sir, the final cash flow of Tata Motors is in positive 2145 some number, correct? ETA 2145. But you are saying it's bad because of considering only the operation. Your view is very restricted. You are viewing only operation. Yes, for a stock market person, operations is the only consideration. And in my personal view, judgment, I'm saying this is bad. This is personal opinion. You can have a different opinion, sir. Cash flow from the net is 2145, very good, sir. You can say it is good, it's average. You can say average, but not only Tata Motors motor segment now in stock market 2021 as of October, they are facing huge losses, and this is 2020. And you remember what has happened in 2020? Nothing but economic slowdown. From 19 to 20, economic slowdown has happened. Do you remember Nirmala Sitharaman, our honorable finance minister, was questioned in an interview? What was that question? The person who was in the journal, journalist people, asked the ma'am. Uh, the question was like this. So, ma'am, what has happened to auto segment, because no one is buying cars now, no one buying automobiles now. She was saying people are going in Ola, people are going in Uber, so no sale. This is the statement. And by August, what she has done, she has increased the depreciation rates, and that's why many companies have saved in taxes. Because of high depreciation in income tax, they have saved some cash. So that's why the net cash is higher, but operations, of course, it's less. Right, guys? So that's it for this video. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, I'll be coming out with more videos and more buses drawing like this. Do not worry. Okay, thank you.